So now I've got about 40-something punchline portraits. Well, not 40-something. It's probably closer to 20 punchline portraits I need to draw. And they're all going to be fun.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I love Kimmy's like angry chibi drawing of herself though. It's really great.
She's done like. I feel like she's the webcomic-iest of all of us.
I think so too, and I think that's by design. She pulls more from webcomics than either of us,
and it's really great having our community where we go out into other places because like I certainly like click with Discord, not Discord. I click with Twitch and Twitter. But I really am not active on Discords other than my own. But Kimmy just fucking devours the different channels. And it's great when she comes back with like, yo, so I was in this channel and they did this thing. It's like, that sounds dope. I don't have the energy to keep up with that shit, but that sounds super cool.
Meanwhile, I'm the one that's in on the indie music scene, I guess.
That and the you are doing it for a living more than any of us, any of the rest of us. I mean, I would say of our, because there's the
more direct circle.
Yeah, there's the circle of friends, and then there's the comic arts community, and we've got a few people that are professional, outside of our immediate circle of friends.
Yeah, so I've got a lot of these little drawings I need to do. Been a good work week. Got a lot of stuff done the past couple of days. I'm now that like Anachronistic is pretty much out of my hands. There's some like I've done my recording and most of the episode for the finale. There's a little bit of lines from some other people we're waiting on.
But I cannot wait! Let's quick reminder on that. Next week, the format will be a little bit different because Kyle will be doing an all-day stream to celebrate and promote the completion of his fiction sci-fi podcast. It's a little redundant. Anachronistic. And Kyle and I will still be doing this at the same time, and I still will have my setup going, but rather than it being this format, we'll be focused on Kyle and Anachronistic and talking shop about the podcast. So, yeah, that's what's going to happen next Thursday, and it's going to be great. We should do it, and yeah. But carry on.
Shiny and Squirrel are also looking for a bit because we're on a call, but I heard Kyle mention Anachronistic, and holy shit, episode 11 was awesome.
Kyle, I understand that you made people cry.
I've made people cry. I've made more than one person cry with episode 11, and it's so... That makes me so happy that people have been, like, emotionally touched by the thing I've written. It
was good. It's really, really good. I can't stress enough that, like, you were crying as you were voice acting that bit, and, it simultaneously was, you sold it, and then immediately, like, reined it in. And it's like, so, because it was the, right amount. It's like, it's what it needed to be. I think like
Oh, you brought up specifically how like once the episode finished, it cuts to the credits and it's me being my normal self reading the credits.
Yeah.
And like I think like that was important. That was like
very vital.
Yeah. We got through the emotions. This is now the other side. It is safe. Everyone involved is safe.
It packaged it, and I think like there is a risk when you tell a story that is coming from a personal place, as Anachronistic is, that like you are the actor playing the character that is drawn from yourself. That like, oh, is this just you? And that very subtle, very deliberate, like editing decision really like was reassuring that it's like no. This is still fiction. The fiction is over. Thank you for listening. Yeah, and yeah, you and I have already talked about this offline, but like that, it was clear the way that you edited it that was very deliberate, and as a listener, boy did I need that. So thank you. It was exactly right. It was exactly right, and like I don't typically like sad things. That episode was very sad and very, what's the adjective I am looking for? Some shit goes down.
Mm-hmm. It is an important one.
It's a little important. Some character development occurs. I can't say any more because boy would that spoil the fucking thing. Yeah, the way you nailed it, dude. You fucking nailed it. I can't stress enough that good job.
So it's kind of funny you mentioned that, like, the difference between me and Neil. I was actually talking with a friend today who hasn't been listening to...
I know a very specific difference between you and Neil, and it would be a spoiler to say so.
The friend has been kind of having a hard time actually getting into Anachronistic because they're having a hard time not hearing me. And I'm not actually, like, beyond anything, I'm actually not taking that in any way personally against my acting. I think they're just someone that's, they would have this hard a time if it was anyone they knew acting. But, like, they're asking, like, can I read the scripts? Like, because they're curious about the story and everything, but, like, are having a real hard time getting past me doing the voice.
I think that's reasonable for people who know you.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like, I'm very lucky that you and I kind of live and breathe creativity, and so it's like it's not that tough for me to detach hearing your voice in the thing. It's not that tough to detach from hearing my own voice in your thing. It's kind of cool. I kind of discovered that about it, where it's like I would listen to me voicing Lawrence and be like,
I made that noise?
Did I say that? That's another thing, but go on.
Yeah. So that's interesting. They are a writer friend, so I'm comfortable sharing with them. I just sort of like preface, this would not be written this way if I wasn't intending on saying it out loud. Like, the scripts aren't really meant for reading. They're closer than I think a lot of scripts would be. They're closer than, like, my comic scripts are to something that is readable. I've thought about maybe in the future, like, combining it all, giving it another proper, like, edited pass. Like, give Cassie actually some time and some money to actually edit it. And then maybe put it out as a novelization. Like, that's something in the... Like, that's something that might happen in the future. But yeah, no, I'm curious to get their opinion on the writing too. I am proud of how my acting skill has grown throughout.
Also me.
Mm-hmm.